are going up. Reason number 7, there was a massive up.
Tales of wonder.
Right? Different things you do with
Iqra Kids TV.
Initiating system 1. System 1 loaded.
Assalamu alaikum, guys. Welcome once again to Iqra Kids TV. Iqra meaning to read, understand, and to comprehend. Kids is you guys, and of course TV, what you should be watching right now and staying glued to. Right, guys? You know, I've been working extremely hard trying to make sure we've got the best show possible. It's not easy sometimes, let me tell you. Sometimes it's very, very difficult, but we do our best for you here. But in case you want to see what we're doing now, this might be, I don't know, our best show yet. So guys, you ready for it? 3, 2, 1, go.
Initiating system 1. System 1 loaded.
Iqra Kids TV.
I wish I was that strong. No. I wouldn't never punch a wall. It's not a good idea. But yes, we're going to be talking about the Great Wall of China. The Great Wall of China is the longest wall and the biggest piece of ancient architecture ever. It covers some of the most beautiful scenery in China, goes over mountains and down valleys. So guys, I hope you have your walking shoes on because we're about to go to the Great Wall of China. Also guys, my apologies for any mispronunciation of Chinese names and places. So where is the Great Wall of China? Well, it spans 2 provinces, this one and this one. The Great Wall of China was built from 221 to 207 BC. That's a long time ago, let me tell you. And it was originally created to stop invaders from coming from the north and taking over the country. So, how much did it cost to create and build the Great Wall of China? Bearing in mind it was built over a 2,000-year period where different people did different things at different times, it is estimated to be valued at $824 million, American dollars. Yeah. So how long is the longest wall in the world? Well, over 21,000 kilometers, and its towers are estimated to be over 8 meters each. The height of the wall does vary in different points, but the highest point is over 14 meters tall. The wall itself was put together with brick, stones, wood, grass, all manner of stuff put in there to make it as strong as possible. Now there's a thought that one can see the Great Wall of China from space. Is it true? No, it's not true. No, you can't see the Great Wall of China from space. No. However, if you happen to find yourself on the moon and you've got a pair of binoculars, you could just about zoom in and you might just get a glimpse of it. Just like this. Now, the Great Wall of China has, get this, 7,000 watch towers dotted along the length of the wall. There you go. Obviously, they were built to look out for any danger, anything coming that they want to sort out, right? It was also used for communication between towers, so they'd use fire and lights to send signals to each other as well. A very, very clever means of communication. The Great Wall of China has had many names in its long, illustrious history. One of them was the Purple Frontier. Another one was the Earth Dragon. Oh, it sounds scary, doesn't it? Other dynasties called it the 10,000-mile walk, and it is very long to walk upon. But now people just call it the Long Walk. It's a bit boring, but I suppose it describes it quite well. It is a long walk if you decide to go. However, the Great Wall of China is in danger of being destroyed. This amazing feat of engineering skill is in danger of vanishing forever. What could the danger be? Stick around to find out.
Iqra Kids TV.
Hi guys, this me, Nosy Alien. You are watching Iqra Kids TV! Woohoo!
Well, off to see the movie, but, Ibrahim, did you pray your Fajr this morning?
No,
Did you pray your Dhuhr?
no,
Did you pray your Asr?
no.
You know we can't go nowhere until you prayed. We're gonna miss the movie now because of you.
No, we're not.
We've missed the movie now because you had to make up all your prayers. Oh, what you like?
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Iqra Kids TV.
The Great Wall of China, such a fantastic feat of engineering. However, it is in danger of being destroyed. But by what? By sheep! Sheep? What, one of those? Are you sure? Well, not just sheep, but the weather and tourism are playing havoc with the structure of the Great Wall of China. Now, most tourists will visit the Ming section of the wall, which is near Beijing, but some people have begun to go to the more remote sections of the wall, and they're creating havoc. They're walking over things, they're smashing things, they're knocking things over. It's becoming a real issue and a real problem. It's also been said that some of the locals, unfortunately, what they do, they take bits of brick from the Great Wall and sell it to tourists to make a quick buck. Oh, that's so out of order. Weather also has a great part to play in destroying the wall over time. Of course, rain, snow, sun, all forms of weather is going to take its toll on the structure, and it's no wonder that it's in danger of being destroyed. And not just from sheep either. Right, we've already talked about one of the myths about the Great Wall of China, the idea that you can see it from space, right? But there are other things about the Great Wall of China that you need to know about. Let's check them out right now. One of the fascinating legends of the Great Wall of China is the story of Menguengu's Weep. Now, the story goes that one of the builders was killed while constructing the wall. His widow went to look for him, and it says, according to legend, that she cried so much that she made the walls so wet that it crumbled, and she found his body there and buried him. Oh. Over 1 million people have died constructing the Great Wall of China. In fact, scientists say that the Great Wall of China could well be the biggest cemetery in history. Another legend about the Great Wall is that the path that the wall takes was mapped out by a dragon. Yes, by a dragon. So what they did, they followed the dragon, and that's how they mapped out where the wall would go. Goodness me, just imagine that. I can't actually know. We talked about some of the things they used to create the wall, but did you know that they use sticky white flour to actually cement it together? In fact, some of the bits that are put together by the sticky white flour, it's so tight that weeds can't even grow in between it. Oh, that's mighty tight there, I'm telling you. There you go, the Great Wall of China. Truly an amazing spectacle. If you do get a chance to go there, you should go there. And I have a particular interest in it as well because my mother was half Chinese as well. Ooh, right, guys. So if you want us to visit any other parts of the world, what are you waiting for? Drop me an email right now on the following email address, info@iqra.tv. See you soon. Take care. Assalamu alaikum.
Iqra Kids TV.
Assalamu alaikum, guys, and welcome once again to Hot Topic, the show where we talk about important issues important to you and you and you and you. Today we're going to be talking about a very important topic, okay? It's going to be one of those topics and one of those situations that you are going to face sooner or later because where we live, the people we know, our friends, not all of them are Muslim and some of them are Muslims, but you're still going to encounter this problem. When you're out with your friends and you're having a good time, some of them want to do drugs. Some of them want to drink alcohol, and sometimes they're going to come to you and they're going to say, try some of this, oh, it's really nice, oh, da 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 da, etc., etc., etc. Creating pressure on you to join in, to be one with the guys or one with the gals, and be a part of what they're doing. Now, of course, as Muslims, it goes without saying that we should not be participating in drugs or alcohol. It is expressly forbidden. And I've got something to read for you. The Quran says, Satan's plan is to sow hatred and enmity amongst you with intoxicants and gambling, and to hamper you from the remembrance of Allah and from your prayer. Will you then not give it up? Quran 591. So the Quran makes it crystal clear that any type of intoxicants should be shunned. We shouldn't have anything to do with it. But the reality is, as youngsters growing up, where we're growing up, we're going to encounter these things from time to time. When I was growing up, even though I wasn't born a Muslim, I had the same problem. People always try to get me to smoke this or drink that or go here and go there. And it can be a bit of a burden, especially as now Muslims now, we know we're not supposed to do it. So how do we stay away from these problems? I've got some tips that I hope are going to be helpful to you. Tip number one for staying away from drugs and alcohol: if you're in a situation, you're out with your mates, wherever you may be, and some clever person comes and says, let's do this, let's try that, make an excuse, okay? There are different things we can do, and we're gonna go through those, but the first thing we're gonna say, to just keep it nice and light, is just make an excuse. You know, I've got some excuses here, for example, say, no thanks, my parents will probably know that I did that, or say, I can't stay long, right? I have to go and help my dad with something, or I'm supposed to meet my friend in a few hours or a few minutes, I can't, I've got to go, okay? That may be a way to diffuse the situation and to get the pressure off of you, okay? Because we know what our friends can be like sometimes. If you don't want to join in something, they think you're boring, they think you're just you know, whatever, right? You just think, what's wrong with this guy? Why is he just joining with the rest of us? Why does it have to be the odd one out, okay? So the first tip is make an excuse. Tip number two, you can also pepper that with some humor, okay? Because after all, they're your friends, they know what you're like, you know what they're like. So you can use a bit of humor to sort of diffuse the situation. So you can say, no thanks, I need all my brain cells, so I'm not going to be participating in drinking any alcohol. You can say, doesn't that stuff stunt your growth? I'm too short already, okay? So you're using a bit of humor because you don't want to fall out with your friends. Okay, they're doing things that they shouldn't be doing, things that you don't want to do, but there's no need to fall out. Okay, you don't have to go from, okay, hi, and all of a sudden, oh no, I don't want to do, I hate you, I'm gonna do. No, you can just be nice and easy with them. A bit of humor goes a long, long way. Tip number 3 for getting out of those sticky situations is to just change the subject. If you can hear that they're building up to it, they're going to a certain place where they've done it before, and you know where that conversation is going, right? Change the subject. You can sort of say, oh my gosh, did you guys see that film last night? Or did you see the match the other day? Or you know, or the latest hijab style, did you see it on TikTok? Or Try and change the subject, because sometimes, you know, your friends, they want to hear what you have to say, and if you've got something cool to say, they're going to be listening to you, right? So you can say things like, I'm good. You want to play football? You know, I've been trying out this new kick and I wanted to try something different. Or you can say, no thanks, let's go and grab some food. I'm starving, okay? There's a million excuses, a million ways that you can change the topic, okay? So you're gonna have to be prepared for those possible situations. As I said, I'm sure some of you may have already found yourself in those situations. So hopefully you dealt with it well. And for those of you who have not crossed that bridge yet, inshallah, these tips will be of use to you. Tip number 4 to avoid those awkward moments where your friends are asking you to do something, drink this or do something like that as well. Say that you're busy or act like you're busy. Say that you're doing something else. They're on your case. They're in your face. And you whip out your phone and they're asking you something. You're holding a minute, man, I'm doing something. Oh, I need to do something. Make an excuse, okay? Say that you're too busy, okay? You can always find something to say, okay? It just takes a bit of imagination. Do not lose your temper. Don't get all rowdy, okay? Don't get all rowdy on them. Just try and act and say that you're too busy. You've got to go somewhere. You've got to leave, okay? That does definitely work, okay? I've used that on different occasions, not regarding drugs and alcohol, but for different things. Sometimes you hear somebody talk about a touchy subject that you don't want to get involved in. You don't want to explore that particular topic. And I've used it to sort of, and just veer the conversation off to something else. It is very easy to do. Tip number 5, if you are in that situation, and maybe all the other tips haven't helped, why not just tell them about the dangers of drugs and alcohol, okay? You can make it clear to them that you are quite sensible, you're quite responsible, and you want to be able to stay healthy and stay away from these things that can lead you into other dangers. And these things are dangers because alcoholism and things of this nature, drug addiction, they are real pandemics in their own right, to the point where people have died from them, unfortunately. So these other things can lead into it, okay? So tell them about the dangers of drugs. Tell them about the dangers of alcohol. I heard a research paper recently talking about that even a little bit of alcohol is bad for you. Even a little bit is bad for you. It might not show in your face or anything, but in your internal organs, it can have a detrimental effect. You can say, no thanks, that stuff is haram. Okay, say it clear. That stuff is haram. Or you can say, haven't you heard about the kid on the news who died from doing that? Okay, that is a problem that is all over the world. Many children are facing those problems because unfortunately, drugs and alcohol are so easy to get your hands on. It's so easy to get it. And some of us look older than we are, so we can easily go into an off license and get it ourselves, or our friends can get it ourselves. Or sometimes, unfortunately, parents will even buy it for them, or older siblings will buy it for them, and that's how they consume it, okay? So the dangers of alcohol, the dangers of drugs, let them know, look, this is not a good idea, guys. This is a slippery slope. My advice to you is just to leave it out. Tip number 6 to avoid getting into those situations is just be honest, okay? At the end of the day, it's down to you to protect yourself when you're away from your parents, when you're away from home, okay? It's down to you to be responsible and mature and sensible. And that sometimes means just being honest. I said to them, look, I'm Muslim, man. I'm a believing Muslim, and this stuff is haram for us, okay? Allah's forbidden it. He has clearly said it in the Quran and numerous hadith. talking about why these things are haram for us, because Allah cares about us. He wants us to have the best health, the best teeth, the best muscles, the best everything. And these vices, these problems can deteriorate your muscles, your mind, your emotions, destroy relationships, all sorts of things. This is why He said to us clearly that these things are haram. We should not be anywhere near them. Okay, so there is another reason why, how you can stay away from that kind of stuff. Tip number 7, maybe they're still not having it. Then you could either repeat the last steps or just keep saying no, 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 no. Sooner or later, they're going to get the message that you're not down with what they're trying to propose. Just keep saying, no, I told you, how many times do I have to tell you? I don't want to be involved in this. Because by now, this is tip number 7. By now, if they haven't got the message now, then you're going to have to adopt a little bit of a harsher tone with them and say, dude, why are you pressuring me into this thing? I don't want to do it. I told you it's haram. It's against my religion. Get the message. You're supposed to be my friend and you're pressuring me to do these things. You know it's bad for you, but you keep pressuring me. Just be honest with them and say, no, no, no. And tip number 8, if nothing else works, leave. Leave the situation, okay? It's pointless you trying to flog a dead horse, bang your head against the wall, and nothing is working. Just leave, just get up, say, guys, you can do what you like. We've discussed it. I've made my point clear. You want to keep doing it. That's between you and yourselves. I'm going. Just leave, okay? Just leave before they try to get a bit rowdy with you. Just move away from the situation. Go to a place, go home, find yourself another part of the playground or whatever it is. Make sure you're away from that situation because you don't want to get clawed back into it. Because many a time young people get involved in this thing because they think, it's just a little bit. I'm not going to do all the time, and that's how it starts. You think it's a little bit, then it turns into a little bit more, then a little bit more, and a little bit more, and it grows, and next thing you know, you're involved in it, and you don't know how you got there, okay? So just leave the situation. So again, guys, these are problems that everybody's going to be facing from time to time, and as Muslims especially, we have to be able to be prepared for these situations arising time and time again. So I hope these tips have been of some use to you, to enable you, to equip you with excuses and reasons and these different methods that we can use to stay away from drugs and alcohol. Once again, guys, if you have any topics that you want me to cover here on our hot topic, all you need to do is send me an email and I will look it over and see if, that's probably a good idea. info@iqra.tv, guys. Take care. Assalamu alaikum. And another show out of the way. I'm always a bit sad when we finish a show, but unfortunately it can't go on forever, can it? Right, guys, once again, if you've got any feedback, any thoughts, any queries, anything you'd like us to do, here is the email address. And of course, our website is as follows. And if you have not been to our Instagram page yet, that's very naughty of you. This is our Instagram page. Go over there, comment, share, and like, inshallah. And any pictures you sent us, we're gonna put it on there, so it's gonna be public for the whole world to see. Right, guys, I've got to go now, but you guys take care. Assalamu alaikum. Reason number 7, it was a massive up.
Tales of Wonder.
Right? Different things you do.
Iqra Kids TV.